This is the next era of tech right here in my hands. Okay, maybe it's not quite there yet. But this is the closest I've ever seen to a pair of glasses that could realistically replace chunks of what we use our phones for. Let me explain. Hey, it's me. And I just got my hands on Meta's brand new $799 Ray-Ban smart glasses. And honestly, this is the first time I've actually been impressed by a face-worn gadget. We've seen endless attempts at AR glasses, VR headsets, and quirky wearable tech that just never clicks. But these feel like something that might actually become part of everyday life. We've got a display, a slick transparent interface, and a design that finally makes me think smart glasses aren't just a gimmick. Alright, fair warning, they are kind of pricey at $799, but trust me, the actual tech inside these glasses is genuinely cool. Don't get me wrong, there are still some rough edges. Itaya is promising an update later this year that should address most of them. But after my hands-on time, I am intrigued to see where Meta takes this concept, because for the first time in a long time, I can imagine a future where we swap out our phones for smart glasses, head-mounted displays, and other gadgets that are always with us. Let's get into it. So there are basically three parts to this system: the glasses themselves, the smartphone app that controls them, and the new neural band. So let's start with the glasses. If you've seen Meta's previous Ray-Ban collab, you'll notice a lot of similarities, but there are some pretty important upgrades. First, those transition lenses are now standard, meaning you don't have to fumble with swapping different pairs depending on the weather. Plus, they look sick doing it. Second, the battery is bigger and fills every bit of empty space in the arms. In fact, one of the biggest upgrades is the new display. Now, this isn't augmented reality. It doesn't map to your surroundings or anything like that. It's more like a small, glanceable screen that hovers just to the side of your right eye. You can customize where it sits exactly in the settings. But unlike pretty much every other version of AR glasses I've tried, this actually makes sense. Here's why. The display is bright. Seriously bright. I'm talking brighter than any smartphone I've ever used. And because of the way it projects in front of your face, only you can see it. Even cranked to max brightness, nobody around you has a clue what you're looking at. There is also a sliding cover on the side that cuts off the display completely when you're not using it. Now the big question, how readable is it? Well, it's remarkably crisp. It's a 1280 by 800 panel, packing in a decent amount of pixels per degree. So text looks sharp, images are detailed. It's definitely not perfect. You can see the individual pixels under close inspection, and certain colors come off washed out. But overall, I'm impressed. To give you a frame of reference, it's like holding your phone about 6 inches away from your face. So reading a text message or a tweet is totally doable. Full novel, not so much. It does mean the experience is highly contextual, though. Sitting down for a meal, having a face-to-face conversation, or lying down in bed, probably not the best times to pull out your glasses and start scrolling. On the other hand, standing in line, waiting at a bus stop, or stuck at a red light, these are moments when the glasses shine, especially if you need to check something quick. You don't have to pull out your phone, put yourself in a bad spot, or worse, fumble with unlocking it. The glasses are already unlocked. The big upgrade over the last Ray-Bans is the addition of the neural band. You wear it on your wrist, almost like a watch, but instead of telling time, it reads the tiny electrical signals in your muscles. That means hand gestures become the main controller. Double tap to wake the display, pinch to select something, rotate your hand to adjust the volume, or slide across your fist like a joystick to navigate menus. It feels futuristic, but quickly becomes second nature. After a short adjustment period, I was hitting the right commands almost every time. The best part is, I never once triggered something by accident. That's a hard balance to strike. Now it's worth noting you can still use the touch-sensitive arms, or tap the capture button to snap a photo or start recording. But the real innovation here is the neural band. So let's talk about the software, and this is where things get a bit more complicated. Clearly, Meta wants these glasses to be the next step toward replacing your smartphone, but they're not there yet. Right now, about half of what they can do still relies on your phone being nearby. The interface works. You've got a home screen with notifications, a calendar, and quick access to apps, but it doesn't feel as polished as a modern smartphone. And there's no app store, so for now you're locked into Meta's ecosystem. Think of it as the iPhone 3G versus the iPhone 14 Pro. Yeah, there are limitations. You've got a tiny home screen and a decidedly average camera, but the stuff that does work feels like a glimpse into the future. Take messaging, for example. Normally, I can't stand using WhatsApp or Messenger on a smartwatch, but with these glasses, it just works.
Ow.
You can read entire messages clearly, even open links and watch short videos. Responding is flexible too. You can send a quick voice note, dictate a reply, choose from pre-written responses, or even write letters in the air or on your leg. It sounds ridiculous, but it's actually fast and reliable enough to be useful in situations where you couldn't talk, because the glasses are covered in microphones, literally 5 of them. The dictation quality is surprisingly good. It picked up every word I whispered, complete with punctuation. Then there's the captions feature, which blew me away. Look at someone, and the glasses isolate their voice and give you real-time subtitles. Background noise, music, or even other people talking nearby just fade away. It's instant, accurate, and incredibly useful. The same tech also powers live translation, and while there is a slight delay that makes conversations a little awkward, the accuracy is high enough that it could actually help you hold a chat across languages. For travel, this could be a game changer. Other apps are a mixed bag. Navigation is genuinely brilliant. Having an arrow in your vision that rotates as you move your head is way more natural than glancing down at a phone. Music plays through Spotify, and the speakers are much better than you'd expect for something this small. They'll crank the volume past 40% and everyone around you will start to hear it. The camera is okay, 12 megapixel photos, 3K video, even a little slow-mo. But let's be clear, it's nowhere near smartphone level. It's like using a mid-range phone from years ago, and there is still a bit of lag when you hit capture. And finally, Meta's AI. This is the part that feels the most like a glimpse into the future. You trigger it with a gesture, ask a question, and the answer just appears in your display. It's not the smartest AI I've used, but having that information show up instantly without pulling out your phone is addictive. Following a recipe while your hands are busy, checking quick facts while you on the move, that's where the always there aspect of smart glasses really shines. The thing is, even with its limitations, this is the closest I've ever seen to a pair of glasses that could realistically replace chunks of what we use our phones for. Privacy, the comfort, the captions and translations, it all adds up to something that feels less like a gadget and more like the beginning of a platform. I'm not saying smart glasses are going to replace your phone tomorrow, but after using these, I'm convinced it's not a matter of if. Maybe it'll take another generation of hardware or two to get there, but Meta seems to be getting ahead of the curve, setting the stage and making smart glasses a thing before the competition swoops in with their own cheaper vision device. And speaking of the competition, who else is excited to see what Apple does with their rumored AR/VR headset? Drop a comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time. Oh, and quick shout out to today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. If you're rocking connected devices like these glasses, protecting your privacy online is more important than ever. Surfshark lets you browse securely, unblock content from anywhere in the world, and keep your personal data safe from prying eyes. And the best part? With one account, you can protect unlimited devices. Your phone, your laptop, and yes, even your future smart glasses. So if you want to try it out, hit the link in the description and use my code for a huge discount plus 3 months free. Big thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video.